What if I told you that one man invented the foundations of our entire modern world, yet died alone, broke, and forgotten? A man whose ideas were so advanced, we still struggle to understand some of them today. This is the untold story of Nikola Tesla, the genius who invented the future and was erased from history. Nikola Tesla was born in 1856 in a small village in modern-day Croatia. From a young age, he was different. He claimed he could see visions, strange flashes of light that helped him imagine inventions in perfect photographic detail. He didn't need blueprints or sketches. His mind was the blueprint. He could build, test, and even disassemble complex machines entirely in his imagination. While other children played outside, Tesla was building worlds inside his own head, worlds powered by forces no one else could see. His teachers were sometimes baffled, other times amazed. They knew he was special, but they couldn't have guessed just how much this quiet, imaginative boy would change the course of human history. In 1884, Tesla arrived in America with only a few coins in his pocket, a book of his favorite poems, and a head full of seemingly impossible ideas. He carried a letter of recommendation to the most famous inventor of the age, Thomas Edison. Tesla believed that electricity was the key to humanity's future, a force that could be harnessed to power the entire world, connecting people and illuminating the darkness. He walked the bustling streets of New York, a city just beginning to glow with the magic of electric light, and knew he was in the right place. He was ready to prove that his vision wasn't just a dream, but a tangible future he was destined to build. At the time, Thomas Edison dominated the electrical industry using direct current or DC. It was revolutionary for its time, but it was inefficient and couldn't travel long distances. Tesla, however, had a far superior idea: alternating current, or AC. What followed was the infamous War of Currents, a vicious battle not just of science, but of money, public perception, and pure ego. Edison, fearing he would lose his empire, launched a ruthless smear campaign. He publicly electrocuted animals using AC to prove how dangerous it was and called Tesla's ideas insane, a threat to public safety. It was a clash of titans. But in the end, science and superior technology prevailed. Tesla won. His AC system was chosen to power the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, illuminating it in a spectacle of light never seen before. AC electricity became the power system of the entire world, and it still is today. With the War of Currents won, Tesla finally had the resources to build a laboratory unlike anything the world had ever seen. It was a place of magic and wonder in the heart of New York City. From this creative sanctum came a torrent of inventions that would shape the 20th century and beyond: the induction motor, which powers countless devices we use today; the Tesla coil, a device capable of creating spectacular bolts of high-voltage electricity. He developed the concepts for wireless communication, laying the groundwork for radio. He invented remote control technology, demonstrating a wireless boat to a stunned crowd. He even created fluorescent lighting and conducted early experiments with X-rays. He was a force of nature, an unstoppable idea machine, securing hundreds of patents and constantly pushing the boundaries of what was considered possible. In 1899, seeking to conduct even more ambitious experiments, Tesla moved to the high-altitude, storm-prone landscape of Colorado Springs. He built a massive experimental station and an enormous Tesla coil. Here, he conducted his most dangerous and spectacular work, creating artificial lightning bolts more than 40 meters long. The thunderous discharges could be heard for miles. The ground around his lab glowed with an eerie electrical corona. Neighbors were terrified, thinking he was summoning storms or communicating with other planets. But Tesla wasn't just playing with lightning. He believed he was on the verge of his greatest breakthrough yet: a system for transmitting wireless energy across the globe. Tesla's ultimate dream was the Wardenclyffe Tower. This wasn't just a building. It was a vision for the future. A massive, 187-foot-tall wireless transmitter on Long Island, designed to send not just information, but electricity itself, through the air, to anywhere in the world. Imagine it. Free, limitless energy for everyone. Ships at sea could power their engines from the sky. Homes could be lit without a single wire. It was a plan to unite the world and end energy poverty forever. But his main investor, the powerful banker J.P. Morgan, was interested in profit, not philanthropy. When he realized Tesla's system couldn't be metered, that the energy couldn't be sold, he pulled the funding. The project collapsed. The magnificent tower, a symbol of a brighter future, was eventually demolished for scrap, and Tesla's greatest dream died with it. After the devastating failure of Wardenclyffe, Tesla's star began to fade. He spent his final decades in a series of New York hotels, his financial support having all but vanished. He became more reclusive, working on secret projects and theories that his contemporaries dismissed as fantasy. He found companionship not with people, but with the city's pigeons, which he would feed daily in the park, sometimes bringing injured ones back to his room to nurse them back to health. He continued to fill notebooks with calculations and ideas, still dreaming of a world powered by his inventions, a world that now seemed to have passed him by. He was a man out of time, living in the future he had envisioned, but trapped in a present that no longer believed in him. On January 7, 1943, Nikola Tesla died alone in his hotel room at the age of 86. Shortly after his death, government agents seized all his property, including trunks full of his notes, research, and designs. To this day, many of those documents remain classified, and many of his ideas may have disappeared forever. For decades, his name was largely forgotten, a footnote in the history books dominated by men like Edison and Marconi. But his technology, his true legacy, lives on. Every time you flip a light switch, every home powered by AC electricity, every electric motor that hums to life, is a monument to Tesla's quiet, uncelebrated genius. Today, the world runs on Tesla's inventions. The principles behind our smartphones, wireless internet, drones, and remote controls can all be traced back to his visionary work. He saw a future of global wireless communication, renewable energy, and robotics, more than a century before they became our reality. He was forgotten in his time, a prophet without honor. But now, we are finally rediscovering and remembering him. Nikola Tesla, not just a scientist, not just an inventor, but the man who truly invented the modern world.